quick crash course on what we did yesterday or Tuesday. Sine graph. What do I know about sine? Where does sine start?
0.
You don't have to write this down, you guys. It's just a little reminder. Sine starts at 0. What's the period of sine? 2 pi. And then sine starts by going up. And how high is sine going to go?
1.
To 1 and as low as? Drewby, you remember when you were drawing your little graphs? And you were like, it's got to go as high as 1. So what I mean by that is we got to get as high as 1, we got to get as low as -1, and we got to get back to 0 in 2 pi. This actually wasn't a great graph. Drew, this is what I get for using you as my scapegoat. But that's a graph of sine. Does anyone know what would make us go like this? Just negative. It's just like if this is x and then this is -x, or if this is x squared and this is -x squared. Here's sine if the origin's here. Here's negative sine. Cool?
What would cosecant be like?
Crash course on cosine. Where's cosine start? 1. Got to start at 1. What's the period of cosine?
2 pi over 2 or something.
Still 2 pi. I know you're trying to put the zeros. You're good, girl. Still the period of cosine is 2 pi. How low does cosine go? -1. So this is what one period of cosine looks like if it starts at the origin. What do you think this would be? Negative cosine. Yep, okay. Okay, then you wanted to know secant, buddy, Labeo?
Yeah.
Secant would be like this. It's going to be just like that cosecant, just shifted a little bit. Yep, absolutely not, because I love you too much. Honestly, it's just not used very often. It's not worth it. We are going to know these like the back of our head with tangent. Okay, tangent graph. Check this out. So let me remind you on my graph, if I did a good old sine of x, oopsies, not in degree. In degrees. If I did a cute sine graph, if I do my cute little cosine graph, we're feeling good about those. Then check out what tangent looks like. Tangent. Is tangent as continuous as sine and cosine? Not as continuous, right? And here's why. You guys, let's go use that page 1 in your packet to help ourselves figure this out. The tangent is y over x. Let's just start at 0, my bad. Let's start at 0. At 0 radians, this is in the middle of my table. At 0 radians, which is over here, what's my y over x? Yeah, 0 over 1 is 0, right? So right in the middle of my table, I'm going to start with a 0. What about at pi over 4? Pi over 4 is right here. We got root 2 over 2, root 2 over 2. What's the tangent there? Just positive 1, right? Because it's root 2 over 2, root 2 over 2. Yep. Pi over 2, here's where things get a little funky. Here's pi over 2. What's my tangent? What's my y over x there? Undefined, because it'd be 1 over 0. 1 over 0 is undefined. 3 pi over 4 is over here. Y over x over here. Root 2 over 2 over root 2 over 2. One of them's negative. Anything over itself is? Yeah, 1. Very good. -1. How about at pi? At pi, y over x, 0 over -1 is going to be 0. 5 pi over 4, 5 pi over 4. Negative over negative is a positive 1. Very good, Steph. 3 pi over 2. Down here, 3 pi over 2. 3 pi. -1 over 0 is undefined. Weird. You can move that up if you want, Lucy. Okay. Here we go. Let's go do this guy. Let's work this way. Negative pi over 4 is over here. Down 1/4 of a pi. Y over x over here. -1. Down a pi over 2 would be down here. Nice. -1 over 0 is undefined. -3 pi over 4 is here. Positive 1. Negative pi. Yeah. -5 pi over 4. 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, 5/4. -1. -3 pi over 2. 1 over 0 would be undefined, right? Okay, so Labeo, you're like, what? Yesterday we did not have any undefineds. I agree, because our functions were just nice and curvy, right? Nice and continuous. Anywhere there's an undefined, look at this graph. What do you think we have to do anytime that my function is undefined? Vertical asymptotes, you guys. Let's go put them in. Negative 3 pi over 2, vertical asymptote. I'm going to put mine in pink. Negative pi over 2, vertical asymptote. Positive pi over 2, vertical asymptote, undefined. Positive 3 pi over 2, undefined. Now we got those taken care of. Let's go plot these points. Let's actually start right here. Let's start right here. At negative pi over 4, that's going to be boop right here. We're at negative 1. And then 0, 0. And then pi over 4 is 1. So there are these 3 points that look like they're in a straight line. Remember the other day when I was shaming you for your graphs? And the points look like very straight lines. But does this graph on our calculator look very straight? It doesn't. But I'm going to go put my points in real fast, and then I'll show you how we connect them. 3 pi over 4, pi, and 5 pi over 4. We just have this continuous diagonal line. Okay, now in order to demonstrate this graph, I'm going to connect my dots. Here's the deal with these asymptotes, you guys. You get very close to an asymptote. You go through your points, and then you get very close to the other asymptote. How I call that is this like hug the asymptote. You actually never touch an asymptote. You never actually cross it or anything. It just gets really close. Some people get so nervous that they stay so far away. I'm like, you guys, you can't get that far. You got to get really close to them. I call it hugging them, but don't actually cross them. Takeaways of a tangent graph, you guys. Takeaways of a tangent graph. What's the period of a tangent graph? Sine and cosine were both 2 pi. How long for a tangent graph to repeat itself? Just 1 pi. That's what's different between sine and cosine. Cosine's period is 2 pi. Tangent only has a period of 1 pi. The domain.
It's not.
So a way that we can say it is we can say all reals, Matt, but then to your point, we got to have a big exception over here, because you're right. We've got all these vertical asymptotes. The vertical asymptotes are happening at 1 pi over 2, 3 pi over 2, negative 1 pi over 2, negative 3 pi over 2, negative 5 pi over 2. How do we want to say that?
When pi is over 2.
N pi over 2, and this time I remembered the word odd, right? 1 pi over 2, 3 pi over 2, 5 pi over 2. That sounds good to me. How about my range? In sine and cosine, those are just negative 1 to 1. What about my range now?
All real numbers.
Yeah, negative infinity to infinity. We're back to all reals. X-intercepts, which I think, Steffi, is what you were talking about before. My x-intercepts now are happening everywhere.
N pi.
Every pi. Exactly, every pi. So we could say n pi's. This is big. This is important. Where do we start?
0.
We're starting at the origin, just like sine. It's at 0. And again, these asymptotes are happening where my domain does not exist. So we could just say at x equals, again, n pi over 2, where n is an odd integer.